Welcome to all of you, and welcome to the second session of Obtaining Financial Freedom. This is part 2. So if you joined with us during last session, great. We're glad that you're back. If this is your first time, welcome nonetheless. Why don't we start with a word of prayer, and we'll get right down to it. Okay, let's pray. Father God, please bless us now as we jump into this topic of financial freedom, what you want from us. We've learned that this morning from our Sabbath school classes. We pray to you, Father, that you might teach us and to help us to grow. For we pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, this is the part where you get to participate. Let's see if this is it. Okay, we're going to try one more time. Wait, one more time. One more time. Okay, my controller's not working. Maybe they say you have to be smarter than... Got it. Could you give this to him, please? Thank you, my lovely wife. All right, why don't we start off with a recap, okay? What can you tell me? What can you tell me about the envelope system budget? Tell me one thing, just one. And by the way, going early is going after the low-hanging fruit, the one that's ripe. What is one thing you can tell me?
Well, you put the money in each envelope according to the category.
Yes, okay. You put cash in the envelope according to the category. Melissa, can you get me the box in my office, please? Yeah, you put the cash in the and get me one of the envelope systems, please, if you would. Bring the whole box, but give me just one. All right. So yes, that's right. You put cash into envelopes according to the category. Anything else you can remember? If there's no money in the envelope, you can't spend. You're done. You used the word no. Yes. No is the word that will help you to get your financial act in order. No, I can't afford that. No, I don't have the money. No, now is the time. Now is not the time. Okay? Does that make sense? If you hear me use double negatives, it's because I'm Hispanic, and in Spanish, double negatives work. Okay? In English, not so much. But in Spanish, they do. I don't know about other languages. Okay? Anything else you can tell me about the envelope system? Anything else?
You got to know where you're at.
It tells you what you're going to spend your money on, right? It's a plan. It's a very clear-cut plan. Can you overspend using the envelope system budget? No, it's impossible, because when you're down to your last and you open up and there's nothing, you go, I want to go out to eat, and you open up and there's nothing there. Can you go out to eat? No. You can make a sandwich and take it outside. Okay? I'm being real with you. I'm being very, very real. I'm sure all of us would like to eat at restaurants all the time, okay, at our favorite restaurants, take little nice pictures of our plates, post it online, let everybody know that we're eating nice, eating good, right? And come across as Mr. or Mrs. Priss. Mr. and Mrs. Priss are in debt up to their eyeballs. They're wondering if they're going to make it next month. They have a lot of stress in their life, okay? Could you get me one of the envelopes? Thank you. Thank you, beautiful woman. Thank you. Please come up here, Vanna. I'm sorry, I can't reach. Could you come a little bit? Yeah. Thank you, my beautiful wife. Thank you. Yes. 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 Now, I know some of you who are watching online are going, what is that? This is an envelope system. I know someone out there is going to go, that's not no envelope system. That's a coupon organizer. You call it a coupon organizer. I call it an envelope system. I have been living out of one of these since 2008. I've lived my life out of one of these, and it has saved me thousands upon thousands of dollars. This thing right here. Look. Is there anything magical about it? No. It's got 13 categories in it. from start to finish. Only 12 of them have names on them, that you can put names on them. Also, there's another thing in here. Can anybody tell me what this is? I'm sorry? It's a purse. What kind of purse is it? It's a change purse. What goes in a change purse? Change. Oh, for which category? Just change. If you go grocery shopping and there's change, it goes in here. If you go buy deodorant and there's change, it goes in here. If any category needs change because you're going to make us purchase, change is change. Doesn't matter where it came. It's just change. Does that make sense? And you might say, does that really work? Yeah. Since when? 2008. It's been working. Okay? Today marks 15 years that I've been on this envelope system. 15 years. By the way, just for those of you who are online, who are now kind of searching on Google and finding if there's a better way, there's no better way to manage your money than an envelope system. There's no one on God's green earth that can convince me otherwise. Why? Because I've saved thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars using this envelope system that I'm showing you how to use. Okay? You might say, really? Has it really made that big of a difference? Melissa and I were able to send our son to college without any debt. We were able to pay off our mortgages on 2 houses. We were able to buy our cars cash. We were able to not ever have any money fights since 2008. We have not had one money fight since 2008. Where all of a sudden we're like, oh my goodness, we're at each other. We don't know where we're going to eat tomorrow. This envelope system right here. Does that make sense? All right. All right, so here we go. Let's jump into this. The Bible says, let no debt, listen to this. Listen to this language. Let no debt remain outstanding except the continuing debt to love one another. For he who loves his fellow man has fulfilled the law. Oh, that's interesting. Did God know that debt was going to exist? Yes. Who is debt a tool of? Satan. Yes, debt is a tool of Satan. We fall into one of Satan's snares when we get into debt, when we're hung up. We can't make the best decisions when we're in debt. Mike, can you put this in the box, please? All right. Thank you, Vanna. All right, so our first step, our lesson today is we're going to learn how to get control of our income. Get control of our income. How do we do that? Well, did you actually know that your income is your most powerful wealth-building tool? Did you know that? Your income. You go, Pastor, you haven't seen my income. Your income hasn't seen my budget. Okay? Your income, payments limit wealth growth. Is that true? If you're paying every Tom, Dick, and Harry, right? Some people have their check spent even before it comes to their hand. They already know, well, I owe some to Macy's. I owe some to Discover Bondage. I owe something to MasterCard MasterCard, right? I owe some to the student Sally Mae. She owns a room in my house. I have 2 car payments, right? I've got a first mortgage and I've got a second mortgage and I only have 1 house. I have just described to you normal in America. Good morning. Does this make sense? I'm trying to wake you up. Okay? Let's continue. Eliminating debt increases income. Is that true? Well, not really. Because, I'm not going to make any more money, but more money is going to stay in your pocket. The less payments you have. Are you with me? All right. Let's talk about the average family. Now, before I mention this, I'm sure that someone is going to be tempted to say, that's not an average family. On what earth? This is just an example. That's all it is. It's an example. In this case, we're calling it average family. Why? Because their last name is Average. Average family. There we go. Here we go. This average family makes an income of $40,000 a year. Do you think there's someone in America that makes $40,000 a year? There is. Okay. Their house payment is home mortgage is $850. Okay. Their car payment is $530. Something's wrong there, isn't there? Okay. Their student loan is $165 a month, and their credit card is $185 a month. 165, 185, and 120 in other debt. Sounds like a normal person so far, right? Did you actually know all of those payments total up to $1,850? And if you were to invest that for 15 years, that amount makes $1 million. Did you know that? And I know someone out there who is a financial person who's going, at what rate of return? 12% interest. And you can get 12% out. I know that someone out there is saying right now, have you seen the market? Yes, but by and large, over a 10-year span, so far, the market has not lost. And someone might say, well, you don't see what has happened to retirements and everything? Okay, let's talk about that just very, very quickly. Very, very quickly, because I know that's circulating in someone's mind, okay? When you are investing, you're buying widgets. You're buying little controllers, okay? Okay, and that's your retirement. This is going to represent all of your retirement. And every time that you invest, you buy one more of these, one more of these, one more of these. Now, if the market goes down, the value of each one may have gone down, but the amount of widgets that you've purchased has not. So the only way that you get hurt is by selling your widgets. If you just keep them, the value will come right back up. Does that make sense? It goes up and down and up and down. And as the person says on the roller coaster ride, keep your hands and feet in within the ride at all times and no one will get hurt. Is that right, Mitch? Mitch says yes, so that means it's true. Okay? Very good. Very good. All right. So the key is to pay off the debt. But if Charlie Brown were here, he would say, but how? How do we pay off the debt? I mean, I've got a decent income, still got all these payments. How do I get out of that? Glad you asked the question. Here we go. Enter in the debt snowball. There are two ideas that I would have paid $1,000, honestly, if I could go back to being 18 years old. And someone had said, I'm going to give you one idea, but the idea is going to cost you $1,000. I would have told myself at that time, say yes. Give him the $1,000. Give him the $1,000. Give it to him now. Because it's worth the envelope system, worth $1,000 idea. It's free, but it's worth $1,000, in my humble opinion. Second one is the debt snowball. Here we go. This is how it goes. You put all of your debts in order from smallest to largest. Now, mind you, if there's someone here who happens to not be in debt, I'm going to give you a big clue. Are you ready? Don't get into debt. Stay out. Leave it alone. Yeah, but don't I need to have credit? No, that's this afternoon's lesson, okay? Pay off, put your debts in order from smallest to largest. Let me ask you a question real quick. Francisco, you seem to be able to handle yourself pretty good. We're going to use an illustration here real quick. So I say, hey, Francisco, we're back in the back. And I go, Francisco, I come back in and I'm huffing and puffing like I did when I came in. And I say, Francisco, there's some gruesome guys outside. Yep, there's like 5 of them. And they said they was going to give you a whooping. And I said, Francisco, listen, go down the stairway here and go out the side door and get out. Go home. Leave your car. Forget about it. Walk. But get out. Francisco says, no, Pastor Josue, come on, man. I'm a nice guy. Man, look at me. What's there not to like about me? I'm Francisco. Francisco, the Cisco kid. So I said, Francisco, listen, am I your friend? Please do what I say. Pastor, don't worry about it. I'll handle it. He goes out the door, and there are the 5 guys. And they're standing there looking at Francisco like this. Each different sizes. Some small, some large, some big, some huge. And all of a sudden, they say to you, Francisco, because in my illustration, the door is locked behind you and no one is willing to open them, okay? This is my illustration. And they say to you, I'm not one of them. I wouldn't hurt you, Francisco. They say to you, Francisco, you have one decision to make because there's going to be a whooping one way or another. Do you want to fight us all at once or one at a time? What would you say? Yes. Yes. Okay, is it option A or option B? Do you want to fight them all at once or one at a time? One at a time. That's right. Right? Would you take on the biggest one or would you take on the smallest one first? You're messing up my illustration here, okay? Okay. Go with the little one. Knock out the little one. Maybe the rest will lose courage, okay? You pay minimum payments to all except, listen, I'm not picking you for any more illustrations there. Okay, you pay minimum payments to all of them except the smallest one, Francisco. Okay? You pay as much as you can to the smallest, and then you continue to the next debt in line. Does that make sense? Why? You might say, well, aren't we supposed to pay attention to how much interest we're paying to each other? No, because there's a psychology behind this. When all of a sudden you meet with success, something happens inside of you. You know what you say? We can do this. We can get this done. This stuff works. When you have success, you have a taste for more success. You want some more. May I have some more? Right? Right? Ellen Ruby was like, I know that. Yeah. Yes. Can I get more? Yes. So you want to pay off that one, and now you have more courage to jump in to pay off the next one. And guess what? Each time that you pay one off, your financial fists get bigger, get bigger, get bigger, get bigger. Your financial fists get bigger. You're paying that because you're paying all that you paid to the little one, plus the next minimum payment, your financial fist just got bigger. Got it? And before you know it, at the end of it, your financial fists are huge. I remember one time we were trying to get out of a student loan. Man, we were almost done paying off all of our debts except the houses. And we were paying off Melissa's student loan. And one of the last payments we paid to them, I mean, we were looking under the cushions. We were grabbing any change out of the ashtray, whatever we could to put some money together. I mean, we were making like $3,000 payments in 1 month. We were getting out of debt. Our dreams were going to come true. Does this make sense? Am I speaking to you pie in the sky? No, I'm talking about real life and getting out of debt. Okay? So, let's talk about if this debt snowball really works, what are some important things to keep in mind in order to have success with it? Okay? Number one, use the envelope system. Okay? That's a no-brainer, right? Keep control of your spending. Okay? Number two, getting current before starting your debt snowball. Some people get behind on payments, right? You don't want all of a sudden you're going to do this and all of a sudden they repossess your car. Make sure you're current before you get started, okay? Number three, smallest to largest, no cheating. No cheating. Smallest to largest. It is the quickest way to get out of debt. Number four, sacrifice. The bigger the sacrifice, the bigger the reward. The bigger the the bigger the sacrifice, the bigger the reward. Okay? Let's see. I think we have one more. Yes. Focused intensity. Something really happens when all of a sudden you laser focus onto something. Okay? Again, that's why the illustration of fighting 5 guys at once, oh my goodness, they're going to stomp you. But one at a time. The last one may get the best of me, but ooh, bring it. You know, you with me? Bring it. Yeah. I've already taken out, met with some success, right? Come on, let's go, let's rumble, okay? With these debts, that's what you want to do. Now, mind you, I have a question. One of the fastest animals, I didn't say the fastest animal, but one of the fastest animal is the gazelle. The gazelle is really, really fast. Does anybody know where the gazelle is from? Is the gazelle from Maryland? I haven't seen any gazelles. Where's the gazelle from? It's from Africa. And which predator is the predator that hunts the gazelle? The cheetah. Because it is the sports car of the cats. It is. In 10 times, how often does a cheetah catch a gazelle in 10 times? 3? No. I'm sorry? 1. 1. Out of 10 times, the cheetah only catches the gazelle once. And mind you, when he caught the gazelle, that gazelle's gone. But the gazelle runs as if its life depends on it. Do you know why? Because it does. We need to take our finances that seriously. Because our future does depend on it. Does that make sense? It does. And mind you, we've done some really crazy things. I mean, we've sold cars to get out of debt. We've taken on part-time jobs to get out of debt. Okay? And we've been laser focused as to doing it. We wanted to get our son to college, and we wanted to be able to do that, and we were able to do it. We were able to buy him a car. I told him, good luck, enjoy it. You only get one. Have an accident, you're going to walk. Figure it out. You're going to repair it yourself. Does this make sense? Okay. Stop borrowing. The biggest thing. If you're going to meet with success, stop borrowing. I have never heard of anyone getting out of a hole by digging down. Does this make sense? You don't dig down to get out. You got to put some dirt under you and get out of that hole. That's the only way you're going to get out of the hole. Okay? All right. Let's take a look at some example cases. Yeah? Let's take a look. By the way, hold on, before we do that, did anybody do their homework? Anybody do their homework? I'm looking for some papers. Come on. Hand them in, homework. Oh, come on, hand them in. Trust your pastor. Just hand in your homework. Is it, no?
Yeah.
Okay, someone's got their homework done. Not all. Give me what you got. No, don't worry about that. Homework, yeah, woo, I likes this. Give it. All right, we got to talk. Anybody else have homework? Anybody else? David, do you have some homework? David, do you have homework? No, okay, very good. All right. Let's take a look at some example cases. All right. In this example, mind you, it follows the paperwork, okay? We have a combined income, that's the first category. There's 4 categories that we're going to deal with, okay? We've got combined income of $3,500. Pull out your calculators. Pull out your phones. Come on. Pull out your phones. Please pull out your phones. Everybody, please pull out your phones. We're doing this on purpose, with a purpose. Okay. Hold up your phones. This is how much I really want you to do this. Hold up Nordy, I don't see the phone. I need to see your phone. And I want you to pull up your calculator, please, if you would, because we're going to do this. And you might say, what am I doing? Very good, thank you. And what am I doing? Okay, we're going to take $3,500. We're going to subtract from that $850. What do you got? Follow me, please. Please, follow me. We're doing this on purpose with a purpose. I'm not doing this to belittle. I'm sorry? $2,650. Great. From that $2,650, we're going to subtract $1,750. Tell me what you got. 900. 900. Ooh, 900. Subtract 200 from that 900 gets you 700, right? Subtract $225 from that. What do you get? 475. Subtract 125 from that 475. 350. Subtract 75 from that 350. 275. Do you see 275 somewhere on there on the board? Yes. You are left, after you pay all of your minimum payments, with an extra 275. Okay? Watch what we're going to do. Vanna was supposed to do this, you know. Oh, goodness. All right, so which debt should we pay off first? Okay, which one's the smallest? Discover bondage, yes. Which one would you like to pay off second? MasterCard? Or car payment? Which one? MasterCard? Wait. Which one is number 2? MasterCard? Which one? Well, no, but which one do we pay off first? Discover? Discover's first. Okay, so let's put it here, Discover. Okay, we got Discover first. Which is second? MasterCard? But someone said car payment. The balance, you go by the balance. It could be either or. Remember what I said. This is not by interest rate. This is psychology. Listen to me on this one, please.
Well, you know, a car is important to have.
I'm with you. Either or. Listen, here, follow me on this one. You can use either or. Why? Because we put them in order according to the balance. Listen to me, please. Watch this very quickly. Watch this very quickly, please.
Interest will kill you on the MasterCard.
Very good. However, on average, are you ready? On average, those who follow this plan, do you know how long it takes for them to get out of debt? On average. 2 years.
Okay, so what would you do? MasterCard or the car payment?
Me? I'd probably do the car payment because I want to make sure that I'm riding in a car that's paid sooner than later. That's what I would do. Because really, and you're asking me what I would do. This is my personal opinion. Does it make it right? No, it's my opinion. I have a doctorate. I have a PhD in my opinion. Okay? Now, I'd want to pay off the car because I don't want my car ever repossessed. The MasterCard is an unsecured loan. It's an unsecured loan. They're not coming after you for it. I mean, they may garnish wages, but I'm going to get them paid off. But I'd pay off my car first, myself. Just tell you what I'd do. Okay? So in this case, I'm going to put the car next. What's next? MasterCard. And what's last? Student loan. Okay. All right. So we're going to take 275 plus 200 gives us 475. Someone divide 8,000 by 475. How many payments? How many payments? I'm sorry, not 8,000. I'm sorry. 275 plus 75 because we're playing Discover off first. I apologize. That gives us $350. Divide 5,000 by 350. How many payments? How many times does 350 go into 5,000? The 275, which is what is left extra, plus $75 because that's my minimum payment. Yeah. How many times is 300? 14 payments. There we go. 14. Okay? 14 payments. Okay. Now we're going to take the 350, we're going to add 200 to it. 350, that's 550, right? No, 350, yeah, 550. Divide 8,000 by 550, please. 8,000 by 550, what do you got? 14 payments. All right, very good, that's fine. Let's take that 550 plus 125. 550. Okay, I got 275, which is the extra, plus 75, because that's Discover. We're adding the minimum payments together. Discover, we're paying Discover 350 because 275 plus 75 gives us 350. Then Discover's paid 14 months. We're now adding 200 to that 350 gives us 550.
Oh, so you're adding the Discover payment that you would have paid.
Yes,
You added to the 727.
that's right.
Plus you added,
That's right.
plus you added 200.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So when we add it, we got 550. The 550 is now paid, right? I mean, the 8,000. We're now going to add to 550, 125 gives us 675. Divide 8,000 by 675. How many payments? 11 payments. Very good. Now we're going to add to that 675, 225. 675, that's to 225, that's $900. $900. Divide 20,000 by $900. 22 months. So in this illustration, that's all it is an illustration. Okay? 14 is 28. 28 plus 11, that's 39. 39 plus 22, that's 50. That's 61. Okay? 61 payments. Now, the reality is...
It's 61 months.
61 months, that's right. 61 months. The reality is that you can do it in less than 61 months. Two reasons. First one is, while you are making payments, these were just raw math to give us an idea, okay? While you're paying off Discover, you're still making minimum payments. The amount is going down. That's one reason. It's going to be a little bit faster than that, okay? That's one. Number two, if I were this person, I would look at my expenses at $1,750. Got it? Because that's about 5 years of my life, 61 payments, 61 months, 5 years. Okay? I'd want to do it in less. So I'd kind of get the belt, tighten it a notch, not 2 notches, just one, right? Tighten it until I can feel, ooh, let me suck up my air in, right? Tighten it a notch. I'm going to live with this, right? I'm going to tighten up the budget. I'm going to see where I can save. Even if I could just save $75 more a month on my budget, I'm going to tighten it up. Why? Because I want to make sure any extra that I can pay on it is going to help eliminate this debt. Okay? And it's going to finally get me to be free. Does that make sense? Okay? Any question? This is just an illustration. You want to look at another example? Yeah. You're right. Hold on. You're right. I'm not disagreeing with you. The only thing is that this is the first session you've been to. We covered something in the first session, which was the envelope system. We're in the second session, which we're covering the debt snowball. We haven't gotten to the third session, which is going to be this afternoon, which everything that you're saying does come in. I promise you. This is a holistic plan. Okay? I remember talking to my son, and I've done these seminars forever and a day. I've been doing them for a long time. Probably my first seminar that I did in this was, I think, 2012, if I'm correct. So I've been doing these seminars for 11 years. Same seminars. Perfecting them a little bit, presenting. A lot of people have gotten out of debt. A lot of people have gotten out of debt following this plan. I've gotten out of debt following this plan. Okay? So I'm trying to give you what I know is proven, true, good. Nothing to buy, nothing to sell. There's no hooks. And on top of that, it's a money back guarantee. If you don't like what I'm saying, whatever money you've paid me, I'll give it back to you. And it's free. So I'm not going to give you anything back. But I am trying to give you something very, very practical. And I'm giving it to you from the heart. I tell you our mistakes and our wins. The things we got right and the things we got wrong. Why? I don't want you to make the same mistakes we made. Okay? Let's look at a couple more examples. Okay? And you might say, is this important? Yeah. The reason why I'm having you pull out the calculator is I want you to kind of take a look at this. Okay? This is a whole different situation. The last person was making $3,500. We're doubling their income. Okay? Here we go. Double their income. They make $7,000. We already know what the extra is going to be, right? You can see it right there, $2,900. But we want to double check the math. Why are we doing this? If you've already done the work, Josue, why are you forcing us to do it? Because I'm showing you that this is sixth grade math. This is sixth grade math. But if I walk you through it step by step by step, when you're at home, you go, I know how to do this. We did a couple sample problems. This is just like math class in high school, right? Let's do a couple sample problems. Now go home and do the rest of the homework. Okay? So let's take a look. We got 7,000. Pull out your calculators, please. Pretty please. Okay? The budget, let's subtract from $7,950. What do you got? $6,050. Okay? Let's subtract from that $1,950. What do you got? 4,100. Very good. Okay? Let's subtract 500 from that. What do you got? 3,600. From that, 200? 3,400. Are we doing okay so far? Okay, 34. Let's subtract from 3,400, $225 a month. $225. 3,175. And let's subtract from that 200. 2,975. And let's subtract 75 from that. 2,900. There it is. There it is, right in front of us, okay? Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. Which one do we pay first? Discover. Okay, which do we pay second? Car payment. Okay. The next one we pay? MasterCard. And next? Car payment 1. Okay, and the next one? Student loan. Is there anything else? Okay, but this is a different ball of wax. We're dealing with a different financial situation. Does anybody remember how much we had extra during the last example? $275. How much do we have extra now? I like this situation a little bit better, don't you? I like it a little bit better. Okay, so we're going to pay off the student loan. The Discover first. We got $2,900 plus 75, $2,975. Please divide 5,000 by 2,975. What do you got? 1.6, we'll call it 2. Okay? If it's over 0.5, if it's 0.5 or over, we'll round it up, just for argument's sake, okay? Now, the car payment 2. Let's, $2,975, we'll add 200 to that, that's $4,175. $4,175, I think. Let's divide 8,000 by $4,175. What do you got? Two. Okay, we got $4,175. We're going to now hit the MasterCard, which is $10,000. $4,175 plus 2, that's $4,375. Let's divide 10,000 by $4,375, please. I'm sorry? Is it 2? 2.28? Yeah, I think that's about 2. Why? Because you have that little bit extra, right, from other months. Let's call that 2. Okay, and so we take that $4,175. We're going to add to it the car payment 1, which is $500. $4,675. Divide 15,000 by $4,675. 3. $4,675. We're going to add to that the student loan $4,675. $4,675 plus $225. $4,900. $4,900 flat. Divide student loan $20,000 by $4,900 flat. 2, 4, 6, 10, 3, 13 months, and it's paid. What made the difference? More income. That's right. More income. You had a bigger shovel to dig with. Are you with me? You had more income. Right? I picked up a part-time job. Right? I shoveled snow. Right? Are you with me? Whatever I could do to make a couple of extra bucks. Right? To get out of debt. Okay? You want to look at another example? Great. This time, I'm not going to help you. I'm just going to put them in order. You're going to tell me how long it takes to get out of debt. There we go. How long will it take them to get out of debt? Look at the situation. I'm not going to say anything. Do the math. I've shown you how to do it. Tell me how long these people will take to get out of debt. I want to see who finds the answer first. If you know the answer, raise your hand. If you know the answer, raise your hand. Jessica, you can't cheat and ask your son for the answer. Jessica, do you know the answer? Yes. What's the answer? They won't. I asked you how much time it's going to take for them to get it. You said they're not getting out of debt, are they? No. Why aren't they getting out of debt? They're more expensive than their debt-to-income ratio is they're upside down. They're not getting out of debt. Their car is going to get repossessed. Their wages are going to be garnished, aren't they? There will be a lien on stuff. Are you with me? Their life is HE double hockey sticks. Life is not good. What would you recommend to these people? If you were them, if the family number 3 was you, what would you do? File for bankruptcy. By the way, student loans are not bankruptable. No. Federally backed. Well, unless, hold on. The only exception to the rule is if Biden gets his way and he just forgives everybody's loan, which I don't know where that money's going to come from because we don't have it. Right? Have you seen the national debt? It is a joke. It is a joke. Okay?
I would say now what's happening because of COVID and all that, if you can show severe detriments, you go to a bankruptcy attorney, there's a likelihood that the judge will file for that. And now it's a little, it's still hard.
If that's true,
It's still hard, but
yeah.
it's going to, there's a lot of people that are filing bankruptcy now.
If that's true, that's new to me, and here's why. All student loans are government insured, which translates to, I'm not saying that what you're saying is incorrect. Please hear me, okay? What I'm saying is a government insured backed loan means that the government is not supposed to allow the student loan to somehow be forgiven. Got it? Because the government is your co-signer, and they're saying if you don't pay it, then we'll pay it. But they're not going to pay it because they didn't pay my loans. Did they pay yours? They didn't pay my loans.
That you have to prove extreme duress.
I was in extreme duress. Yeah.
Not 10 years ago, not 5 years ago, but now there's a shift. There's a shift that's occurring now.
I would like to say to you that you are the best person to take care of yourself. If the government comes knocking on my door and they say, we're from the government, we're here to help, run. Run. Okay, are you with me? Unless they're from FEMA and you've just lost everything, they're going to give you a little tent to stay in, accept that, okay? But everything else, run. Okay? They are going to complicate your life. They don't even have their own house in order. Much less, how are they going to add order to your life? They're going to bring chaos into your life. You're supposed to be able to take care of yourself. Does this make sense? Yeah. Only person who's really out there to help you, his name is Jesus. Yes, he's the king of me. Does this make sense? Okay. So this person, but what would you say to this person? Forget the bankruptcy, okay? That really is not the solution, okay? Cut expenses. Get another job.
You trust everything in someone else's name.
Does it,
I'm saying this is what they do.
fake your death. Fake your death. Move to a third world country. That's not what we're recommending here, okay? By the way, those of you online, that was a joke, okay? We're not recommending that. What we're saying is that Jessica's been paying attention. Cut your expenses. I would cut my expenses. Okay, if I were this person, I wouldn't see the inside of a restaurant unless I'm washing dishes there.
Yeah, and you know what? We're our society, we have not learned to sacrifice.
Hold on. Yeah, you're right. Are you with me? All right? If you get serious, someone would say, that sounds extreme. I'm willing to live extreme. I don't give a lot of high praise to people's opinions. Does that make sense? You're doing what? I mean, my wife and I, can I be honest with you for a moment there? Yeah? 2008, do you know how much our going out to eat money was? How much do you think we budgeted for going out to eat in 2008? That's really good. I'm so proud of you, Jessica. We were just, I wanted 20. My wife said, no, 30. 30, okay? Right? So 30 a month, yes. Yes. Do you know how much was our clothing budget? A month. I'm trying to give you examples, real life examples, right? I'm just trying to be honest with you. Is that okay? And you can judge me if you want, because I really don't give a lot of value to opinions. I don't. I'm trying not to say it. How much do you think I was budgeting for clothing a month? I'm sorry? 150? 50? No, that's too much. $20. Okay, I've gotten out of debt. Do you know how much my clothing budget is this month? 20. By the way, if you buy clothes every month, you deserve to be locked up. I'm not joking. You have a problem. If you buy clothing every single month, I'm not joking. There is something wrong. Unless you're like that family that has a dozen babies, right? Quintuplets? No, you had a dozen uplets, okay? And you're having to buy clothes because the kids are growing. But besides that, I don't have to buy clothes for the next year, and I promise you I will be going out of my house clothed. Okay? Does that make sense? But mind you, when all of a sudden my wife needs a coat, a nice coat, the money's there. Okay? Because that money accumulates from month to month. You might say, yes.
You can buy and then return them.
You could do that. But usually what I take home stays home with me. No, that's, huh? That's neither here nor there. We're not here to judge ideas. Yeah, they said you could buy it and then return it. Well, I said you could do that. You could do that. However, guess what? We're not judging ideas here. We're not judging ideas here. What we're trying to do is trying to give you good principles to live by. Okay?
Principles too, those are values. We don't benefit ourselves by cheating others.
Okay, here we go. Example 4. Let's try this one. How long will it take them to get out of debt? Do your magic. I've shown you how to do it. Please, give me the amount of months. I will write on the board the order, but besides that, I'd like you to do the rest. Give me how many months, total it up and everything. Excuse me. That was yesterday's lesson. You missed it. Yep. When you have the answer, please let me know. When you have your answer, let me know, but I want to know how many months for each one. Okay? Cisco, you almost got it? What do you mean?
It's the way you're, I mean, I'm just saying that we've paid all our debts off, but I never thought to add the extra to the extra payment,
Absolutely.
you know?
Absolutely.
That was that was,
And I don't take credit for this. Someone else taught me this, but I'm just sharing you what I know and what has worked.
because that's
Yeah.
what it is. When you take the money, after you pay off, add it to the next,
Right.
and you keep it all steady.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you keep control of your lifestyle with the envelope system. Keep control of your expenditures. Now, mind you, I'm willing to live crazy. If you look at my life at the beginning when we started, see, that's crazy. Okay, but I got out of debt. My life is very, very different now than it was back then. Very, very different. Okay?
But now people, a lot of places aren't, well, this is the first one, but a lot of places, that envelope thing that you have, a lot of places aren't accepting cash a lot.
Well, they don't want my business then. Who has the answer now? Jessica, where you at, Jessica? Okay, someone has to beat me. I'm going to start to do this now on my own. You have your answer? Yes. Okay. How many months for Discover? 5. How many months for MasterCard? 6. How many months for car payment? 7. How many months for student loan? 8. What's your total? 26. 2 years, 2 months, average 2 years. 2 years in this example. Did anybody get the same answers?
But let me ask you something. Are you making the minimum payments on the others when you're paying off?
Yes.
One?
Yes.
I mean, they're not, just the minimum payments.
Minimum payments. These are minimum payments. Got it?
All minimum payments.
Those are all minimum payments, and then you have the extra, the $1,300. Did anybody do the work to actually subtract? Yeah, that's and the minimum payments and come up with $1,300. Did anybody go that route? Yes.
I got to the 1,300.
Okay.
Now I'm taking, let me try to just.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So then you're taking the least, you're taking your least amount of debt, which was the Discover. That's what you got to Discover.
Because that's the balance. We're going not by the payment, but by the balance.
Now, what are you taking the 175? What are you doing with the 1,300? You're paying.
The 1,300 is what's left over after you made.
Right.
Okay. You take the 1,300 and you add 175.
You're adding back the 175 to the 1,300.
That's right. And then that's what you pay to Discover. That's what you pay to Discover. You pay them $1,475. Yes.
And you're
Now-
taking that 1,475. You're taking the 7,000
by that 1475. Yes, and that'll get.
Discover card is finished, so you got that.
Yes, rip it up. Rip it up. You don't need that anymore. You don't need the Discover card anymore. Rip it up. Cut it. Done with it. Throw it away. Okay, let me show you this person real quick. You got the 1300 plus the 175 plus the 200 plus 225 plus 500. Comes up to $2,400 a month. That if they keep their budget the same, they don't know what to do with. They're done paying things off. You know what you can do with this? Go on vacation. You know what you can do with this? Save up a car payment every month, so that way you never have to finance a car ever again. By the way, Chevy got it right, like a rock. Car values go down like a rock. They got it right. They sure did. They sure did. You might say, well, not my car, because I got a Honda CR-V, like a rock. They go down in value. The moment that you drive them off the car lot, the value goes down like a rock. Okay? If God permits, I will never buy a car financed for the rest of my life. I'll buy my cars cash. And so far, following this system,
And not new, right?
the last 4 cars I've bought cash. I pull onto the dealership. I said, I like that car. I negotiate the price even before I roll up onto them. I find out what the closing costs are, the final bills, open up a backpack, pull out the money, or go to the bank. A cashier's check is fine too. That way you don't look like you're a drug dealer. No, really, I'm a pastor. Okay? And buy my car. And guess what? When you drive away, it gets better gas mileage. Do you know why? Because you're not dragging a stupid payment. You're not dragging a payment behind you. You're not having to pay it off. It feels good when you drive away and the car's yours and there's nothing that can be done to be taken away from you.
So after you pay all this off, you take the extra 1,300?
There's $2,400 now. That's what I did. I added up the $1,300 plus all the other minimum payments, and that's what you don't have a plan for. Now you can go expand your vacation budget. Because guess how much I was saving for vacation in 2008? Guess how much? I'm sorry? No, I was saving. I'm married to her. I was saving for a vacation. We're going on somewhere. We're going somewhere on vacation. How much was I saving for a vacation a month? How much do you think? $10. That's I'm so proud of you. No, it wasn't $10. It was more. Thanks, Jessica. Make me seem like a cheapskate. Thanks, Jessica. Sister Jessica, thank you. How much? No, not 125. No, not 50. You guys are close. $30. And you might say, where can you go on vacation for $360 a month? We could go camping. And sometimes we would for a vacation. Okay? I'm with you, but but that's not now either. That's
We went to the Grand Floridian.
and,
In September.
that's not. Where's that guy?
That would have taken all the envelopes.
Yeah. Mitch is the only person that I know of who can be a bystander in the audience and can take over the show, you know? Right? Mitch, thanks, brother.
Do you mind explaining, just, I know we mentioned yesterday, but can you explain the difference between the budget and the expenses are?
Yes, absolutely. I'd like someone to explain the difference between budget and expenses. Who can do that? Budget, what's the difference besides spelling? So let's take the smart Alex out of the room. Okay? Besides, because I could see Jessica go, spelling, Pastor. One begins with a B, the other one begins with an E. Okay. The expenses are not debts. Expenses are, examples of expenses are rent if you're renting, gas, electric, trash, cable, internet, cell phones. They're just bills that you get. They don't carry any balances. You just need to pay them. That's it.
The mortgage is not an expense.
Mortgage is not an expense. Mortgage is a debt because there comes a day when you don't have to pay the mortgage anymore. Tithe and offering is an expense, okay? Because it's just something that you pay. You don't carry a debt. You don't carry a balance. You just pay, okay? All right, those are examples of expenses. The debts are self-explanatory. Debts are debts. They carry balances. They have minimum payments. They have a start date that you begin to pay them. They also have an end date when you finish paying it off. Okay, those are debts. The budgets are the bad guys. Okay, could you give me examples of the bad guys? Food. What do you mean by food? Groceries, right? Someone give me another example of gasoline for the car. Very good. Yes. Anyone else? Someone else. Eating out. Yes, that's a bad one. Oof. Someone else? Clothing. That's right. Clothing. Vacation. Savings. Okay? Gifts. Household needs. Personal care. Incidentals. I'm sorry?
Where do investments go?
That's the lesson. That's the next lesson. That's the next lesson. Yes? Savings is for saving's sake. Because that way, if you're going to purchase something, there are two important things. Savings, like if, I remember when we were saving up, and I was like, honey, everybody has a flat screen TV. We probably need a flat screen TV too. And she goes, that doesn't sound too bad. But the tube one still works, right? I said, everybody's got their tube TV on the corner. And she's like, well, if you want it, you got to save for it because we're getting out of debt. So when we had it cash, we bought our flat screen TV, and it cost me $900 at that time. Funny that the same size costs a lot less now. Okay? Two important secrets to success. Ready? If you're going to succeed with this. 1, limit your expenses and budget to ensure maximum impact on debt elimination. Okay? Limit your expenses and your budget. Tighten it up, right? Tighten it up a notch. Tighten it up. You can do it. Other people have done it. You can do it. Yeah, but you don't understand. When I go out to eat, I got to go to Chez La Trois or whatever it is, okay? Listen, you don't have to eat anywhere. You could eat at Chez La Home, all right? Eat at your house. Does this make sense? You could eat at your own house, okay? Number 2, make extra income by more work or selling things. There's stuff that may be at your house that you really don't need, okay? If you got a bunch of cars at your house, you can't really drive them all at once. If you got extra cars, sell the cars, right? Don't be tied to stuff. Be tied to getting out of debt, okay? All right. Any questions and answers before we look at a couple more samples? Okay, I think we're ready to finish this session video-wise, and we'll be up with the third session probably in about maybe 20 minutes or so. David, let me know when we're off.